Hey, what's up? Jeff Lerner here. Just a quick video about something that I see really hampering so many people that I work with. It's crippling and it's pervasive. I see this with a large percentage of the clients that I work with, whether they're wanting to launch a new business or a new idea, or they have a business, but we're talking about the different things that you have to do now to be successful in marketing. And a lot of times as we're talking about these things, we run into something that I call the perception paralysis loop. This video is going to be about how to break out of that. The first step here is just recognition. Perception paralysis loop is basically this. I can't do the thing because I'm not yet the person who can credibly do that thing. But in order to become the person who can credibly do that thing, I have to do the thing. You see the trap? So let's say you're an aspiring consultant, like you wanna consult people on their marketing, right? So advice I would give, the guidance I would give is you need to start demonstrating authority in that space. You need to start producing content that illustrates your expertise in that area. And you might say, well, I can't produce content demonstrating expertise as a consultant because I don't have any experience yet, because it's something I wanna do. It's not something that I have yet done. Okay, first of all, if you stay in that loop, you're gonna do what most people do, which is never get started. So immediately identify that situation as a challenge that has to be overcome. It's not something that you can tolerate for one more second. And you know, I talk a lot about the 5-second rule. Like, once you recognize, and this is not my rule, I got this from Mel Robbins, but once you identify a problem or a challenge or an obstacle, like, deal with it right now. Immediately remove it from the equation. Don't wait. 5 seconds later, your body and your brain will have all these reasons why you can tolerate it and it's okay, and you'll come back to it later and it's not as big a deal as you thought, and you end up settling and nothing ever changes. So as soon as you recognize that this perception paralysis loop is a problem, immediately deal with it. Okay, I will not for one more second accept that I'm not taking action because I'm not yet the person who feels qualified to take action. I'm gonna change it. How would you change it in that example? Okay, maybe immediately go find a business, immediately offer to do something for someone for free. If you're scared to ask them for money, just say, hey, I'd like to help you with your marketing. I'd like to help you build your website. I'd like to help you write your next script. I'd like to help optimize your operations, whatever, and do it for free so that you can get a case study, so that you can then produce content and say, hey, let me tell you how I helped so-and-so. But frankly, that's a practical fix. That's kind of a Band-Aid. But the larger problem deep down is you don't yet think of yourself as an authority. And that usually means you haven't embraced a very real truth about human beings, which is they accept most things at face value. If you present as an authority and you present with confidence, they tend to take you at your word, as long as what you're saying checks out. And obviously there's no faking it. You have to have knowledge and competence in whatever you're talking about, but you usually don't have to have as much as you think. You just have to have a little bit more than them. You're an authority on something if you know 1% more than the person you're talking to. So immediately recognize that truth, hit record, or start typing if you want to write an article, or whatever the medium is. Immediately start putting yourself out there, acting as if you're an authority. Speak about something, write about something that you're competent in, and trust that when you present yourself with confidence, people are going to receive you with confidence. And most importantly to all of this is take action. And this sounds so simple. I mean, I'm describing it. It sounds simple because it is simple. It's like either do something for free for someone and get a case study so that you can then speak from experience, or immediately start acting as if you have the authority and people will perceive that you do, as long as you're competent. Like, it really is that simple. The reason this is profound is not because what I'm saying is so profound. It's because I work with so many people who are stuck in this loop when there's really such a simple fix like we just identified. And the fact that it's impacting, I would say it probably impacts 90% of the people that I work with or coach or consult, or businesses that I consult, where they don't think they can do a thing because they haven't done the thing. But in order to do the thing, they have to do the thing. So just do the thing. It's like that simple. Most importantly, if you're watching this video, you probably have something in your mind where you're like, yeah, that's kind of true. I've stopped myself from doing XYZ because I wasn't sure if I had the authority or the credibility, or there wasn't a good time, or whatever. Okay, I'm telling you right now, in fact, I'm gonna end this video in a few seconds, and when I do, you're gonna have 5 seconds to change it, okay? So you know what the thing is, you know that you can go attack it a couple different ways, but most importantly, you know that you need to do it now. So let's wrap the video and go to it. See you next time.